Well, good day, good people of the internet. I'm Izzy Musco. This is still my channel, and it's still my room. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done a review, and it's a review of a game that I actually have been playing for quite some time. And I did mention a few things about it the first time around, but I didn't do an in-depth version of it, so here it is. The game that I want to cover happens to be a game that I found myself playing quite some time, which is my first 3DS game, Chronicles Samurai Warriors, or Samurai Warrior Chronicles. Now, of course, in this game, unlike other Warriors games, this one you play as 4 people. Not with 4 people, but as 4 people. You have 4 parts of the game that you must go through, and there are about 6 or 7, I believe, 6 or 7 different levels per part, I believe. And just to make sure, I had to confirm this. I'm actually going to do this right now on camera. You're fully charged, so therefore you are A-OK. Yes, my 3DS, how I've been playing it, how I've been enjoying it. And yes, it's June. So that means I plan to get Project Cross Zone. So let me just load up my data. Okay, let me show you story mode. Of course, you actually choose from 2 different characters. This is my character. And basically you go through a variety of questions and whatnot. When you first start off anyway. Where I am right now is part 4. Of course, before that you see are Heroes Rise, Nobunaga's Vision, if I can actually do this right, A Land United, and Peace at Last. And then there's the DLC, which is Gaiden Secret History. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in all, so that makes it 7, 14, 28. No, 7, 28, yeah. 7, 14, 21, 7, 28. 28 missions. And what can I tell you about this game? As I mentioned before, not only do you go through 4 missions, but, I mean, not only do you go through 4 parts and 7 missions, but it's not the difficulty of the game you should worry about. It's about how many stars that each mission has. If you have something like 2 or 3 or 4, or between the ranks of 2 and 4, they're simple. However, if they're like 7 or 8 stars, yeah, that requires speed and tactical know-how. Now, as I mentioned before, you have four people to work with instead of just one, like in standard Samurai Warriors combat. And depending on who you choose, like I said, you're not really playing as the characters per se. You're playing as 4 different characters, and they're all on the field. They're all on the field, different color-coded markers. So therefore, when you actually go from one end to another, it actually helps, because this way, say like you have a mission that you have to use with this character, like say Tadakatsu. Then therefore, you usually touch Tadakatsu's portrait, bam, you control Tadakatsu. Or say you got the following. You got your character, Mitsunari, Masanori, and let's say, I don't know, Hideyoshi. 4 guys on the field. And basically, you control all 4 of these characters just by pushing their portrait and, of course, going throughout the field, slaying soldiers. Now, I have to say, as far as difficulty goes, the difficulty is formidable. Really, even on the simplest of settings, it is formidable, and therefore proves to be a really good game. Because there have been times in which I've lost a mission only because I wasn't fast enough. And, you know, even if you have, say, like Kotaro or Hanzo, you're really not fast enough, and the only way you can actually get faster is with the horse. And yes, you can call the horse in the game too. You can call the horse to your side. No matter who has it, you can always call your horse to your side. Whether they have a saddle or not, it's just like one person, boom. You got stone hoof, just like that. Now I'm not sure if Matsukaze or Moonchild or even Persian Mare are in this game. As far as your mounts go. There are no guards, but you can. But of course, the good thing is that whoever you control, the AI controls the other people competently. You know, they don't let them go at, oh, I'm struggling. You know, like usually like in, say you're playing normal Samurai Warriors and the AI is incompetently losing. And you have to be there in order to, you know, make sure that person doesn't die. No, it's not the case here. But I will say that considering all this, when you play through the game, you will play as the main character, and oh, I almost forgot. Another thing you can do is, it is a relationship-based game. So therefore, you meet certain characters throughout the entirety of the game, and you can actually change their mood about you. Like their default mood is neutral. So they're like meh until you actually get them to like you or hate you, depending on your answer. Like for instance, there was one I remember I was working with, and this is before I went to the last part of the game. And basically it says something about Yukimura Sanada. It says, so what do you think about Yukimura Sanada? So one choice is he'll be one of the greatest warriors in all of Japan, and the other one is I think he's a fool. So I went with honesty. I said, well, he'll be one of the one of Japan's greatest warriors, and therefore your mood with said person goes up. Now, if you say otherwise, then it's going to be like, oh, down. So it can either go from neutral, bad, or neutral, good. Because it's either going to go up or go down, depending on who you speak to or who you talk to, or how you treat the entirety of the situation. Because let me tell you, it's basically like this: choose your answer wisely. Because I actually did something once and actually got Lion Sagami to the Lion Ujiteru Hojo to look down at me because of what my answer was. So it can't happen. So therefore, what I did was I turned it off, replayed the mission again, and just said, oh, I know what not to say, but you can say this, just to make sure that every one of your moods are good. Because the one thing you want to do is you want to have everybody on the good side so they can help you out in future missions. And of course, in future missions, like where I am right now, you can actually choose which side you want to be on. You can either be on the Western Army or the Eastern Army. And so it's like you can either be with the Toyotomi side, where Mitsunari is the commander of, or you can be on Tokugawa's side, in which you're working with Tadakatsu and Tadakatsu, Ina, and Kiyomasa, But it's a great game, really. I mean, from where the standpoint is, it's a little after Samurai Warriors 3, because the character Kai Hime and Hojo are in there, so therefore it is right after 3, or during the timeline of 3. So basically, you basically are a part of history. You basically do play a part of history, because you're just a Rurouni, or a traveler. And depending on your job, because my job, when I actually went through it, was my job is an artist. So the two characters, the male and female, one of course carries a gun and a sword, a very long sword, and a very big pistol. The other one is like Kunoichi, since she has two knives, Kunoichi style, and like I said before, depending on who you choose, you're basically stuck with that person until the very end of the game. And basically, you forge your own history. That's what I like about that game. You actually do forge your own history. Now, considering that it is my first 3DS review, it really is a great game. For those who actually like the Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors series, if you have a 3DS, go try it out. Go buy it, try it out for yourself, and you might like it, you might not like it, you never know. Just try it out first, see if you like it. If not, take it back, and there you go. Otherwise, this game, it's really good. You can actually, the way it is, you can use Wi-Fi, and you do have Street Pass. So therefore, like I said, it's a little, it is by far a little slower than, it is a little slower than the usual Samurai Warriors games, only because it's smaller. But like I said, it is not as bad. So I have to say it is probably one of the best presents I actually ever got. Because yes, that is one of my presents for that is one of my presents that I got for this year's birthday. Aside from my 3DS and all that. But in any case, it is a pretty good game and it's worth the money. And like I say, if you are a fan of the series as a whole, excuse me. If you're a fan of the series, and I know some of you are a fan of the series out there, then I suggest trying it for yourself. And again, try it if you like it. I mean, it'll be like, for me, preparation for the next Dynasty Warriors game, which is Dynasty Warriors 8, and that is coming out in this month, near the end of June. Well, no, actually, it is coming out next month. My bad. It is Project Crozone that is coming out in June, and Dynasty Warriors 8 that is coming out in July, and both are coming out at the same exact time, near the end of the month. So therefore, I strongly suggest, if you have a 3DS and you need something to hold you down till the next Dynasty Warriors game, then Chronicles is the way to do it. So, with that, I don't think I have anything else to tell you, except for the fans of Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors, make no mistake, it is a very good game. It will challenge you, and if you're looking for a good challenge, then hey, be my guest. I'm not stopping you. So in any case, folks, I've been Tenkaichi Gaming, and I will see you next time for more videos. Until then, take care, God bless, keep on gaming, and of course,